Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Musyomo Augustine and I'm from Kenya. That's Africa to be specific, because most individuals tend to know Africa as a continent and they refer it as a country. So I'm from Africa. Kenya is the country, and in a town or a city which is known as Eldoret. I'm near there, but it's so remote. So today I've been watching kind of documentaries by different YouTubers, and one of the YouTubers who I watched was Indigo Traveler, and also I've come across this evening a YouTuber known as, or the YouTube channel known as The People. And what I found from these YouTube channels is what led me to shoot this video. And most of those touchy stories which I got from these YouTube channels made me to think much of how I appreciate and how I'm grateful as an individual, and most of the things which I take for granted, most individuals don't find them. For instance, there's this YouTube channel which I've seen, that's the Indigo Traveler. He shot a video in Southern Sudan, and in Southern Sudan, in one of those videos, I saw individuals so displaced. They were homeless, and the conditions which they were kind of living in were so pathetic. They were those conditions which no individual would like to be in. But since these individuals happen to be in an area where peace is something which is so alien, now they have been forced to be displaced. But here I am in Kenya, this country, and I'm still complaining where there is literally peace. So this is where I'm going to travel to some place here. So I don't know if I'm going to go reverse or what I'm going to do, because there was another YouTube videos which I was watching, and I saw that it's so dangerous for me to show my back to the sun. That's why I didn't want the sign. You look, it is so dark, but if I view it in this direction, it's somehow bright. So some of those things, such as peace, which we take, for instance, here in Kenya for granted, or other individuals from different places take for granted, there are some people who say things as peace. It seems like something which is so alien, something which is not readily available, and what they are praying for is peace. You see, what all these individuals are praying for is peace. But since most of us here have peace and we are breathing, you can go and do your hustle and fight for what you want to dream for. There are some people who are not in that position to pursue their own dreams. They kind of find themselves in being orphans, being widows and widowers, not by their choice but because of conflict. In the same scenario, I also watched that YouTube video by The People. This YouTube channel is known as The People, and is from a Russian guy, and it's from a Russian guy, and this kind of a Russian guy is kind of giving not horrific stories, but they are horrific stories and they are reality of what other people are living. And there was this kind of a cultural issue which is in Ethiopia, and they call it, or they name it as Mengi. I believe it's Mengi. And mengi actually means that once you as a child are born and you happen to have your teeth, the first teeth get out of the first jaw, the upper jaw, then you are now required to be killed. You are gone and being thrown into the river. You are also left to be eaten by animals in the forest. And I saw what some parents, more especially mothers, undergo through, because mostly the people who suffer are parents, not men, because men play a greater role in ensuring that those kids are eliminated from the society, at the same time to ensure that those children are killed. And the main reason why these children are being killed is because these kids, they are perceived to be accompanied by curses, for instance drought, which will engulf the whole society, so people don't want to associate with these kinds of kids. And it nearly gave me a challenge, which I thought is kind of something to think of. See, for those people who have never seen African houses, how they look like, so those are one of the structural houses. That's how they are constructed here in Africa. That's a normal way of living. So I found myself kind of more grateful of the life I'm in a position to have at the moment, and I found that there is no need to complain as such, and it put me in a position to realize that I'm in a great environment where I can pursue my own dreams, I can chase after my own dreams, because there are some people, the life which I'm living at the moment, they can't even dream of. It's not their reality, it's not in their perfect conditions to dream such kind of life. And I wish you individuals, those who are going to watch this video, you should go and have first-hand, not really first-hand, but have a first-hand contact with those videos which I watched. That is 24 hours harsh environments in Somalia, not in Somalia but in Ethiopia. And also there are some Indigo Traveler shot a lot of videos which are associated with Southern Sudan, but generally go and see the videos of Southern Sudan by Indigo Traveler, and you can have kind of a sense of understanding what really other people are undergoing through, and hence you as a person, you as an individual, you can assess your life and find a moment of gratitude to appreciate what you really have, more especially if you are in a peaceful environment, if you are in a position to be alive at a moment. You will really appreciate the magnitude of the blessings which you have been given, because there are individuals who their term limit was 9 months and their life was eliminated from this planet because of their teeth sprouting from the upper jaw and not the lower jaw. So that's it, and it made really think so much. So I think as human beings, I will not hesitate from complaining, but I believe I will be more thankful, more grateful compared to that nonsense person who complains now and again. So this is generally how Africa looks like, and this is kind of an environment, the society, that's how it generally looks like. And these trees are known as black water. They are commonly grown for charcoal burning purposes. So their main purpose is to, once they mature, they are reduced into charcoal. One sack of this charcoal is normally sold at 400, not 400, but more than 1,200 Kenyan shillings. That's the amount of money which is sold at this charcoal. So I believe there is something which is undergoing here, because last when I came here, it was kind of an open, but now it has been fenced. Here is the barbed wire. This is the barbed wire here, and some posts here which have been established. Maybe there is something which is going to be established here, and they need to put these kind of fences. And also you can see there is a roundup which was used here. That's why it's kind of, I don't know the color of this grass. I don't know if it's brown, yellow, I'm not sure, but so the grass is up there. You can see it's a kind of a tractor which was used to dig this area, because it's too large for human beings to dig such a huge piece of land. Here is the first place I'm now used to, where heavy machinery is used for farming. Back at home we have smaller pieces of land, and the main pieces or the main forces of labor used back at home is by people. You can just seek some 5 individuals, 3 individuals, and they can till your piece of land. So here is the first place, kind of the first place where now I'm used to, where machinery really works. So generally what I wanted to give you to my audience is to really appreciate what you have at the moment, and at the same time, nowadays, since there is YouTube is kind of in a large what? It's kind of, nowadays the internet has enabled us to access some things which would not be accessed in the traditional generation before the internet era. So nowadays we have been able to access information worldwide. You can search what's happening in Syria and you get updates so easily. I also watched one of the videos which was shot by Grace, not Grace, but Grace Theory, and this was shot in Syria. And what I really understood from that video is that every person, every individual on this planet loves his or her own country. Why? Because once most of these individuals are asked, would you move to another country, most of individuals tend to say no. It's because they really appreciate the role their country has played in their lives. At the same time, most of the relationships which they have created are in their home country, and their family members are in their home country. So for them, leaving those countries for other imaginary safer places is not something which is so realistic, but it's only a few individuals who tend to say that now they may prefer different countries, and the main reason is because of political instability. Every individual needs peace to prosper. So I believe now I need to conclude this video. My name has been Musioma Augustine, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I would like you subscribe and also like the video for algorithm purposes, and maybe for you to motivate me to shoot another video. And what I would like you to comment is, are you really grateful for your life? Do you appreciate the great things which you have in life, which to most individuals is their main dream? They can't imagine that they can ever access such a kind of a dream. So I believe it's going to be amazing, and let each and every individual appreciate what they are in a position to have in life, more especially if you are able to have peace and a good health. Thanks for watching. See you in my next episode. Whichever place you are, enjoy your life.